Hello beautiful people, Carl here from Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short. It's album review time. And released on March 7th, 2025 via Metal Blade Records, Hymns in Dissonance is the brand new album from deathcore heavyweights Whitechapel, the follow-up to the 2021 savage and personal effort, Kin. After several really personal albums, 2021's Kin and 2019's The Valley, it is kind of refreshing to hear Whitechapel return to the roots and offer up a creative story built around the mantra of being as heavy as possible. The story revolves around a cultist who is gathering worthy followers for nefarious reasons. Only the most horrid of people will be deemed worthy, required to show their devotion in immoral ways. The main focus of the album is on the 7 deadly sins and the cult's mission to resurrect their Lord and Saviour. Hint hint, not a friendly dude. It is a dark and twisted story, so requires a dark and twisted mindset, which sees Whitechapel looking back to earlier times in their career. This is a throwback, a Whitechapel throwback, and it comes with unparalleled aggression and intensity. You can sink into the mire of the story, experience all its wretched horror to its fullest, but you can also just let loose and enjoy the blistering brutality of it all. It might not have the personal feel of the last couple of albums, but it certainly isn't lacking in power or passion either. In fact, personally, I quite enjoy the fantastical story, especially as it does have real-world parallels. It tells a grand story about evil and the wicked levels that some parts of humanity will sink to. I mean, let's be honest, that's pretty real. What I really enjoyed though, and so will you I think, is the senseless deathcore heaviness of it all. Whitechapel set out to make their heaviest record ever, and at times they really do succeed. Not only are they consistently abrasive across the 10 tracks, but they approach every single moment with feverish passion and manic ugliness, faster than ever, heavier than ever, featuring more breakdowns, more guttural roars, more screaming solos, and more crushing drums. This is Dissonance personified. Is it nostalgia for nostalgia's sake though? There is an argument that it feels like a step back when you consider the direction of the previous records. However, that dismisses the fact that both Kin and The Valley were ruthless listens too. In fact, that Whitechapel feel comfortable moving on and embracing their past should be celebrated, especially when it comes with so much of the heavy stuff. Generally, this album is liable to give you a headache, especially when turned up loud, as all metal should be, of course. There are so many moments where you might find yourself a little breathless too. Whitechapel hitting so hard the air is knocked out of the lungs. No amount of horror-infused storytelling and nuanced imagination can survive aggression like this. 10 tracks, one of which admittedly is an ambient intermission that kicks so much ass. Whitechapel pay loving tribute to their past and show that embracing it can result in a very strong listen, especially when you've learned and grown so much since out-and-out intensity was the only goal. Simply put, be prepared to headbang until it freaking hurts. This album goes really, really hard, and that's coming from someone who's very, very used to Whitechapel's music. It's not different, it's just different to Kin and The Valley, if that makes sense, from a storytelling, more personal perspective. This is just out and out heavy. And I think you're going to love that. I think you are, particularly if you're a long-term Whitechapel fan. It is Hymns in Dissonance, and it is out March 7th, 2025 by Metal Blade Records. Got any thoughts on this you want to share? You know what to do. Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It does help us out. You can find us at gbhbl.com and across all social media platforms. And if you really want to give us a bit of extra support, please consider buying us a cup of coffee over on our coffee page. Thank you.